You are listening to part 34 of the podcast series, How Successful People Think.
If you're like most people in our culture today, you probably do very little reflective thinking. Take the following 5 suggestions to heart to increase your ability to think reflectively. Number 1, set aside time for reflection. For most people, reflection and self-examination doesn't come naturally. It can be a fairly uncomfortable activity for a variety of reasons. They have a hard time staying focused, they find the process dull, or they don't like spending a lot of time thinking about emotionally difficult issues. But if you don't carve out the time for it, you are unlikely to do any reflective thinking. Number 2, remove yourself from distractions. As much as any other kind of thinking, reflection requires solitude. Distraction and reflection simply don't mix. It's not the kind of thing you can do well near a television in a cubicle while the phone is ringing or with children in the same room. Number 3, regularly review your calendar or journal. Most people use their calendar as a planning tool, which of course it is, but few people use it as a reflective thinking tool. But what could be better for helping you to review where you have been and what you have done except maybe a journal? Calendars and journals remind you of how you spent your time, show you whether your activities match your priorities, and help you to see whether you are making progress. They also offer you an opportunity to recall activities that you might not have had the time to reflect on previously. Some of the most valuable thoughts you've ever had may have been lost because you didn't give yourself the reflection time that you needed. Number 4, ask the right questions. As you spend time reflecting, the value you receive from it will depend on the kind of questions you ask yourself. The better the questions, the more gold you will mine from your thinking. When I reflect, I think in terms of my values, relationships, and experiences. Here are some sample questions from each area. Thinking related to values. Personal growth. What have I learned today that will help me grow? How can I apply it to my life? When should I apply it? Adding value. To whom did I add value today? How do I know that I added value to that person? Can I follow up and compound the positive benefit that he or she received? Teamwork. What did I do with someone else that made both of us better? Would the other person agree that it was a win-win? Can we do something else together to continue our mutual success? Leadership. Did I lead by example today? Did I lift my people and my organization to a higher level? What did I do and how did I do it? Physical health. Did I exercise at my optimal heart rate for 35 minutes today? Have I exercised at least 5 times in the last 7 days? And did I stay on my low-fat diet today? Personal faith. Did I represent God well today? Did I practice the golden rule? Have I walked the second mile with someone? Thinking related to relationships. Marriage and family. Did I communicate love to Margaret, the children, and the grandchildren today? How did I show that love? Did they feel it? Did they return it? Friends. Have I been a good friend this week? What did I do? Is there something else I need to do? Is there another friend who needs me? Inner circle. Have I spent enough time with my key players? What can I do to help them be more successful? In what areas can I mentor them? God. Have I spent time with God? What is He teaching me now? Am I learning? Am I obeying? Have I continually talked with Him today? Thinking related to experiences. Discoveries. What did I encounter today that I need to give more thinking time to? Are there lessons to be learned? Are there things to be done? Memories. Did I create a good memory for someone today? Was it because of a comment, an action, or a shared experience? Difficulties. What went wrong? Could I have changed it? What do I need to do differently next time? Successes. What went right? Did I create it? Is there a principle I can learn from this experience? People. Who did I meet? What were my impressions? Conclusions. Have I closed my day appropriately? Have I expressed gratitude? Have I learned something, loved someone? Have I enjoyed and lived the day to the fullest? And number 5, cement your learning through action. Nothing helps you to grow like putting your thoughts into action. To do that, you must be intentional.